Good afternoon, students. ASL English for class 8th, 11th, and 12th. Today we will be doing listening activity, listening exercise from unit number 11, Book Speak. Unit number 11, that is Book Speak. Listening exercise. Listen to Mrs. Bose, the school librarian, and Ramesh, a student, as they talk about a book. Read the sentences before you listen. Then fill in the gaps as you listen. You have to listen to the conversation twice, then only try to fill in the gaps. By the time you can read the fill in the gaps which is given in your book. Now I will be reading the conversation for you. Mrs. Bose. Good morning, Ramesh. You are early today. Ramesh. Good morning, ma'am. You would mention that the latest book by Shrikant Mishra. A little excited but polite, the mind of machines would be available today, and I want to borrow it before someone else does. He is my favorite author. I have been waiting eagerly to read this book. Now, what Mrs. Bose replies to Ramesh? Today is indeed the day we have received the pre-ordered books early this morning. But you need not have worried, Ramesh. We have about 10 copies to add to our collection, but it may take an hour before you can borrow one. Though, so you do like science fiction a lot, is it? Ramesh. Actually, I prefer adventure. But Shrikant Mishra is the only Indian science fiction writer I like. I think his books have a fresh take on the relationship between man and machines. Something that interests me a lot. I heard that this new book is about artificial intelligence and emotions in machines. Do you read his books, ma'am? Mrs. Bose. Now, what Mrs. Bose replies to Ramesh? Yes, I have read all his other books, and I really liked his last book, Turning Against Man. His idea about how human inventions turn against mankind is not new, but he presents them in an interesting way. Now, what Ramesh replies? Oh, Is that so? Now, what Mrs. Bose replies, yes, Ramesh, at least that's my view. For many years now, authors of science fiction and non fiction have been writing us about the mindless use of technology, the use of machines and technology at the cost of natural resources will only cause great damage in the future. But Shrikant Mishra suggests that there is hope yet, that we will learn from past mistakes and use technology responsibly. Ramesh, I like his view and I agree with his thinking. We have been able to tap the potential of dangerous elements like fire and electricity in a responsible way. We will do better at using science to our advantage without destroying the natural world. I can't wait to read Shrikant's latest plot and what he has to say about this. At last, what Mrs. Bose replies, laughs, I understand. Why don't you go on to the reading room and browse through the newspaper for now? I will let you know when the books are ready to be issued. Now I will be reading the questions for you. By the time you can read the questions yourself from the book. Okay, I will be reading the questions for you now. The exercise what is given in your book. Now see the exercise what is given in your book in task A. Listen to Mrs. Bose, the school librarian, and Ramesh, a student, as they talk about a book. Read the sentences before you listen, then fill in the gaps as you listen. What you have already listened to the conversation, according to that, you have to fill in the gaps. Now, first fill in the blank I am reading for you. This you can note down in your copy and then mark the correct answer in it. First fill in the blank. Shrikant Mishra's latest book is called Dash. Second fill in the blank. The library is adding dash copies of the books to its collection. Third fill in the blank. Shrikant Mishra is the only dash science fiction author Ramesh likes to read. Fourth fill in the blank. Shrikant's books have a fresh take on the dash between man and machines. Fifth fill in the blank. Shrikant's latest book is about dash and emotions in machines. Sixth one. For years, authors have been cautioning against the dash use of technology. Seventh one. Shrikant's views is that we will learn from past mistakes and use fill in the blank, that is dash responsibly. Now the B task of the question: choose the correct option. Only one question is given in that. Ramesh likes to read books that deals with the relationship. First one, option number one, between man and machines. Option number two, machines and robots. Option number three, men and woman. Again, I am reading task B for you. Choose the correct options. Ramesh likes to read books that deals with the relationship. Option number one, between man and machines. Option number two, machines and robots. Option number three, men and women. So you have to select the correct answer in this. Okay. So these are the tasks which is given to you. You can note down in your copy, then try to mark the correct answer. So good luck. Do it nicely. Thank you very much.